All right, guys. Hi. How are you doing? I look like crud, so you have to forgive me. I've had an absolutely interesting day today. I'm decided to sit out by the creek and do this video. I have no idea what that is. God only knows what that is on me. I want to do an update on what I've learned about with nesara for you guys. I'm going to show you this creek, if you can see it. Kind of pretty. I've been up since about 3 o'clock this morning and I haven't been asleep, so I had a whole bunch of stuff I had to do first. So last week they were talking about that there was going to be a down payment on the nesara, and then they still said the 11-year payout, which would stretch out I don't know how much it would be every month. And then they were saying a down payment, and I thought I heard up to $1 million. Don't quote me on that. We just know that there will be some type of large down payment, start off. And then every month, I'm guessing that you would get so much. And they said for 11 years. Then this morning, I keep thinking someone's crawling on me because we had burnt some wood, and it's a bug flying. And these gigantic ants, they were like this big, like that big. I've never seen ants that big before. Came running out of this log, so I'm so afraid one's going to crawl on me. I'm sure that hurts if they bite. So they were saying it would be 11-year stretched out. Then this morning, they were saying that you would only get the payments up to 10 years. Well, it makes sense to me if you're going to get up to $1 million as your first down payment, and then payments every month for 10 years. Guys, we don't have to be greedy or hateful. Really don't. But it was also saying that people 21 years old starting up to 62 would get these types of payments. Then anyone after 62 on would get it. I'm just going to call it Social Security. We know it's not going to be Social Security, but it's just so you understand what I'm talking about. They would get their money. Now, starting this month, they're supposed to get another increase. They said up to $1,000, but that does not mean that anyone that's on Social Security is going to get exactly $1,000 more a month. So that's yet to be seen. The last time I told people on Telegram that they were going to get an increase, I think some people saw 200 more a month. Some saw a little less, but they did see increments more. Nothing really major, nothing that they could, wow, this is wonderful. Just a small amount. But I think this time everybody's going to see a little bit bigger payment. I don't think everybody's probably going to get $1,000 increase, but it's up to $1,000. So that's supposed to be somewhere before the end of the month. So that's yet to be seen. I don't know when this is all going to happen. Excuse me. But it should start seeing more and more things. Now, we know that the St. Germain Trust has been tapped into, and that's where you're seeing that the student loans are being forgiven. Remember, that's supposed to be part of the nesara. All student loans would be gone as well. So if you have student loans and it's been paid off, don't think that it's the Biden administration. They just tapped into the St. Germain and they're just now starting to do things. We know that this was supposed to be an extremely slow rollout. So I do believe that as we get closer to a full rollout, that we should start seeing a lot more things happen. Now, if you're saying that, well, I'm 20 years old, I've bought a house, I've bought cars, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. And remember, they leak little bits of information, and sometimes they'll say it really quick, and if you're not paying attention, you don't hear it. I just tend to pick up on things that maybe other people don't pick up on. Doesn't mean I'm better than anybody. I just have an eye for things, and I have an ear for things. So I'm sure there is exceptions to the rules. They also say that they want to make sure that everybody continues to work. So it looks like if you're 61 years old, they're going to want you to work at least 20 hours a week. Now, don't get upset because I said this. Does not mean that you have to do hard labor. You could babysit. You could house clean. Anything that looks like you're working. And full-time hours are going to be like 20 hours a week. So it could be just standing on the side of the street and someone, paying you to wave at people as they go by. I mean, come on, guys. Don't take this that you're going to have to go get a job, digging ditches, because that's not what this means. Everything's going to change. So, but they're wanting people to work till they retire. Once you retire, then that's when you start getting the other funds, $4,000 up to $4,000 a month till the day you die. But I kind of wanted to clear that up. So, like I said, there's always exceptions to the rules. If you've been working since you were 16 years old and you have bought cars, let's say, I know some people like 19 years old and they've made enough money where they were able to buy a home. There are exceptions to the rule. So don't take this as like, what? I'm not 21 and why can't I get, my interest back? Or why can't this be happening for me? Or, whatever. I've been paying taxes. Yes, you've been paying taxes and you're going to get your money back. So, but the more that I learn, the more that I listen to things and I get more information, I will definitely share that. But I wanted to get this across to as many people as possible if no one else has done it or try to explain. Next month, if it hasn't rolled out yet, there might be something new. Maybe they've changed the rules again. The visions that I get is that they come up with a better idea, or they've been throwing out disinformation for people to focus on that while they're actually going to do this over here. So everything to me is kind of wibbly wobbly, and I can't narrow in on a certain thing with when is this going to roll out or how exactly it's going to go. I've been pretty close to, like I've said, that I think we should get some kind of down payment. There's a possibility for that. And now that we're finally hearing that, I do believe that anyone who stood in line was not forced, their life wasn't threatened to get that vaccine, and maybe having, just problems, nothing life-threatening. I still believe that you are going to be toward the end of the line getting medical treatment with the technologies. They're not discriminating anyone, but people who put their faith in God, people who stood the line, people that were forced, let's say like your children, all of these people are going to go first. It sounds like it's really mean, so I'm going to try to explain it the best I can, and hopefully everyone understands the way that I'm explaining this. God gave you choices. He does not come down and demand that you do this or you do that, because you have the free will. So that gives you choices. So if you choose not to listen to God, then that's your choice. God is just telling you that, well, there's consequences. If you don't listen to me and you don't follow my rules, you have to pay the consequences. But at no how does he tie you down and say, you will listen to me. You have the choice. It's your choice, your free will. God can't take that away from you because he gave it to you. And no man can take that away from you. They think they can, and they think they can try, but they're not God. God is the only one that can give you the free will. So if you chose to not listen to your instincts, you chose to put your faith in man and not in God, then this is your consequence for that. It doesn't mean you're being punished. It just means that you chose to play Russian roulette with your life. And others who have followed God, who have stand firm and their beliefs and trusting in God and not trusting in man go first. Doesn't mean that God doesn't love you. It's just the consequence to that. So this is how that's going to roll out. But if your life is in imminent danger of dying, of course they're not going to let you die. So it's just the consequence of not following God's rules, God's laws. I have no idea what that is. There are so many hawks and owls out here. Now I miss my ducks. I miss my ducks so much. I've noticed more owls and hawks are hanging around. Now, wherever I go, wild animals come. So it's not surprising me that all of a sudden we're having like lots of hawks hanging around. And owls have been across the street and in trees kind of close to the house. So I'm drawing these types of birds in. Now that does not mean that they're going to land in my yard and start doing like the ducks did. But if they do, I will definitely let you know. I'm starting to see turtles, which I should see turtles. There's water right over there. But yes, lots of big birds. So I have no idea what kind of big bird that was. Now, the night that the owls were out here, I was like, what is that noise? And then I saw him. He was beautiful. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. So I am enjoying being here. I believe that this is a step to where I'm going to get wherever my forever will be. But for now, I'm quite pleased with this. My son did very well finding us a place to go. And hopefully by next month, I'll have my grandson, and then we'll start adventuring down there in the creek. Can't wait. I'm trying to think what else I really wanted to talk about with things going on. All right. There's a lot more of the videos with Joe Biden with a really bad mask on. I highly recommend, as you see these videos, to save them and show them to people. You don't have to say, this is a mask. What you do is you say, what is that? Why is the skin doing that? Is that normal? I can't do that to my skin. What's up with that? You have to let people make up their own mind. You have to let people see it for themselves and decide what they want to believe. We can't make people believe anything. All we can do is show them. They have free will, which was given to them by God, and they have to use their own free will to make up their own minds. What they choose is on them. It's not on you. So nobody in this movement, nobody should ever feel like that they've done a bad job. You shouldn't feel like you haven't done enough. You shouldn't feel like that you're a failure. The way that it keeps coming to me when I get my downloads is that everybody's going to have a job to do. You're going to know exactly what it is, and you're just going to do it. You're going to know naturally. Some of us woke up before others. There was a reason for that. Just like there's a reason why there's still some people asleep and they haven't woke up yet. And then there's just some people, we're just not going to get them to wake up. No matter how hard you try, we are going to lose people when the truth finally comes out and the videos are played and they have to see it. We're going to lose people. There are many videos of just some really terrible situations of these people that clearly need help. There's one I saw the other day, and I'm laughing because it didn't make any sense. I don't know what's wrong with this person. And he was going, Craig, and then started just screaming. I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be the new thing. Everybody's going to be doing the Craig thing now, you know. It was Karen, and then what was that lady's name in the what was it, the zombie movie, like the black and white one? Was that Night of the Living Dead? I can't remember her name. Anyway, they're coming to get you. Everybody was using that name. We've gone Karens. Now we've got Craig. Oh my gosh. So if someone says, hey, Craig, you know what they're talking about now. Oh my gosh, you have to see that video. This person clearly needs some help. And I hope they get it. But people that are that far gone may not be able to handle the truth. Now, this may not be, one of your coworkers may not be this bad. Your neighbor may not be that bad. But there are people out there that are really that bad. They may not make it. So we have to prepare ourselves for this. That may be why you woke up when you did. Maybe this is what you're going to do. Maybe you're going to be helping people in the neighborhood. You know, maybe you're going to be cooking meals for people that had someone in their home that couldn't make it. I don't know. I can only do card readings and hopefully kind of tap into possibly what you could be doing. So if you want me to do a card reading for you, I can do that. You just have to reach out to me either here, and I can give you my email. I try to put my emails on here. If not, my emails are on some of my other videos, and definitely on my Telegram channel, which is my a like-minded people. And then I opened up another one just for posting my jewelry and stuff, and it's Jackie's Crystals and More on Telegram. So you can get a hold of me either one of those. On Facebook, I still have my Jackie's Crystals and More page that I use there for advertising my crystals and things like that. So those are a few places that you can find me. Actually, I just tried it. You just tap in Google and put Jackie's Crystals and More, and it would lead you right to my Facebook page. So if you can't find me or you're trying to reach out, you could always just do that. Go to the Facebook and go Jackie's Crystals and More, and you can find me that way for card readings. But I do believe that we need to start getting prepared and get ready. I do feel like things are going to get even more stupid than what they are now. You're going to see more videos of people that need help, like the Craig video. And you're going to laugh at some of this stuff. And it's not funny, but what's funny to me is that they're doing this and people are accepting this as normal. And it's never been normal to be that disturbed. I really feel bad for these people. I mean, this person that did this video was just all over the place. He was mad at Craig. Then he wanted Craig to join him with going after the VA, like they were best buddies again. And then showing him a doll and kissing this doll, like wanted Craig to be jealous. I mean, it was all the emotions. They was just everywhere. Oh my heavens, it was awful. I'm trying to see if I get any downloads. This is what I've been really wanting to do, just kind of sit outside and see if I can get any downloads. That's why I keep pausing to see if I hear anything. I'm laughing because the other day at work, one of these workers I was with was having problems, and I kept hearing pancreas. I still think her pancreas is messed up, but I could hear it plain as day. And it's been a long time since I've been at work and heard something that clear, so I'm just laughing. And then I hear all these kids screaming in the background, which they're on the opposite side by the front yard. I can kind of show you, kind of flip it around. Back over that way, that's where they're yelling. But this is kind of the yard, as you can see. We're burning trees, and apparently a bunch of ants were in that log, like I said, so we're burning them too. Hopefully this helps you with the nesara. Like I said, let's just go over it one more time to make sure that everybody understands. You're going to get a lump sum, like a down payment. It could be up to $1 million. Does not mean it will be. They can change their minds at any time and say, we're only going to give you $1,000 down payment. I don't know. But we should get like a lump sum, and then it would go in increments every month for 10 years. As of now, 10-year payments. It was 11. They're now still saying 14% sales tax on brand new items. That has not changed. So that's still going on. You'll start getting payments. What in the world? Is that oh, it's a lizard. I thought it was a mouse. It's a lizard. You'll start getting payments when you're 21. But like I said, nothing is written in stone. I don't know. So if you've been working since you're 16 and you've bought a car, or you've 19 years old and you've already got a mortgage payment, things can change, and there's probably exceptions to the rule, so nobody needs to panic. As far as the World War III event, I believe it's going to start. I thought it would start in Europe, and I'm not sure if it's still going to be Europe or if it's going to be more toward Japan, Taiwan, somewhere around there. You need to keep your eyes on that. We already know China gets back Taiwan. We already know Russia gets back the Ukraine. We already know that the United States is going to incorporate Canada, New Zealand, and some Pacific islands. I do believe that Canada will vote whether or not they want to be part of the United States, and I think they will. I'm not sure how Mexico falls. I heard it one time, but I like to hear things at least a couple times or 3 times to kind of make sure. I'm not sure where Mexico stands on this. I do know that Hawaii wants to go back to being their own republic. So Hawaii will leave the United States and become its own place, which would be Hawaii, or the Republic of Hawaii, or however they'll be called, and they'll be separate. Things are going to change. It's going to be scary for some people, but it's going to be fine. And some of this may take a few years. Some things may take 10 years. Some things may take 100 years. I'm not quite sure. But do know that just because we get locked down, you start watching these videos, it doesn't mean after the 10 days you open up your front door and boom, there's your new life. You're just going to put your uniform on and go straight to work. It's not going to be like that. The money part will come after. That's not going to be something that you're going to notice immediately after 10 days, okay? Don't sit there and think, wow, after we watch all those videos, I'm going to check my account, the money's going to be there. It's not going to be that way. Just like the med beds are not going to be that way. You're not going to go after the 10 days of watching videos, go, wow, I'm going to go outside now and I'm going to drive to the place and I'm going to go get in the med bed. It's not going to be that way. For years, I've watched people on other channels watch other people on channels and saying, they need to hurry up with these med beds. I need to get in there. I broke my foot. It's not healing right. Or my grandmother's got cancer and she needs a med bed. Let's take us up. Just give us the med beds. And I'm thinking, you selfish little turd. It's not about you getting the med bed. That's the dessert. That's the cherry on top of everything, the med beds and the money. That's just something that they want to give to you to make your life better so you can start off new and fresh. It was never about that. It was never about giving people money. It was never about giving people a med bed treatment. It wasn't. And if people think that that's all this was about and that's why we're going through this, you are so wrong. You were so wrong, because it was never about that. So don't think that after 10 days, that's it. You're rich. Your life's set. You're still going to have some struggles. There's still some things going to be going on. There's still going to be some leftover crazy people. There's still going to be bad guys out there. So things will still not be perfect for a few years. And I can't explain it. I see it. I see people still sitting on their couch with their mouth open, with the remote control in their hand. I see people having to knock on the door and almost slapping these people to get them out of the state of shock that they're in. I see some people that couldn't handle it, that question whether or not they're gay. That some people are going to say, oh my gosh, am I a Satanist because I did this? Some people are going to go, why did they lie to me about Jesus and God? And Why did I read this Bible? It's not complete. Why do they do this? I mean, I see so many different scenarios. So you're going to have so many people that are going to be questioning everything about themselves. They're going to question whether they're gay. They're going to be questioning whether they're a good person or a bad person. They're going to question that they're evil. Some people are going to question their church, their religion. They're going to question God. There's going to be a lot of people that need others who are calm and collective to guide them through this. So don't think on the 11th day you're going to get dressed and going to work, because that's just not happening. How they let us know, I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to advertise phone numbers or the quantum internet will be up. You'll be able to log on. But I do know that every state will have a place for med beds. But let's go over that one again. Not everybody is going to get in a med bed. Some people may be told that they need light therapy. Some people may say you need light and sound therapy. Some people may need just herbs. Some people may need some other type of treatment. 6,000 different ways, technologies to help you. Med bed is only one. Okay, so quit thinking the med bed is the only thing that's going to help you. There's people right now that are just discovering things and healing people. There's a woman, I saw a video where she's curing people of cancer with her cell phone. She learned how to take her cell phone and zap it on the tumor and to shrink it. Okay? So don't sit there and think you need a med bed. You may not need one. Remember, you're going to go into a counseling, and then they're going to decide what treatment, because you're going to do like a full body scan, and you may not need a med bed. So not everybody's going to be using a med bed. So quit thinking med bed. That's just the big thing that everybody sees. But I'm telling you, the other technologies they have are going to be just as good. So stop. If that's the only thing you're worried about is the money and the med bed, you need to stop, because you're already stepping out on the wrong foot. It should be being thankful. It should be learning to be grateful. And we need to do things right this time and not do things the same way. Go back to the way that we did things, because nothing's ever going to be the same. Everything's going to be completely and utterly different. And if you like the way things are now and you want to keep it this way, you're going to be the problem. You're not going to be the solution. Everything's going to be based on your vibrations. And if you don't understand about vibrations, then let me know. Enough people let me know. I'll do a video on the frequencies and your vibrations. Try to break that down and explain it as best I can to people. But it's going to be where you are in your frequencies. A lot of things. That's how your Q phones are going to work. It's not going to be your thumbprint or your eye. It's going to be your frequency, who you are. And nobody else is like you. So nobody else would be able to use your phone, hack into your computer, anything like that. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all have no idea the technology that's out there, the way that they're going to change things, how much better it's going to be, and the way things are going to actually really work. It's never, ever going to be the same. But I do know through my downloads and the visions I have, it'll be like a basic form of life. And what I mean by that is you're just not going to have these compulsions to just go out and buy things you don't need. And anything you do buy is going to last forever. So there'll be no reason to every so many years buy a new car, or every so many years buy a new cell phone, or every so many years buy this, because everything's going to last. So there won't be trash, because there'll be less trash. You won't have overly produced products that go to waste and then you have to mark them down because nobody buys it. It's not going to be that way anymore. You're not going to have to worry about landfills filling up, because there's not going to be hardly anything going into landfills anymore. Everything changes. The way you eat, the way you act, how you drive, how you carry yourself, the way you talk, everything changes. Your personality, everything changes. Everything. And I don't think people quite understand. Like, I had visions of like a store, and you go into the store and you want to buy a refrigerator, and the person shows you a catalog, and you go through the catalog and then you pick which one you like. Then that store gets a hold of the warehouse where these things are, and they make an order, and it can either be sent to that store or to your home. It's not like going into a Lowe's, a Home Depot, a Sears, a Best Buy, anything like that anymore, where you can walk around the store and physically see all these different refrigerators. It's not going to be like that. There's no need for that, because why would you want to have all these refrigerators made and have everybody have these big stores with refrigerators just sitting there and then nobody buy them? So they only need to really be made if people are going to buy them, or have one warehouse somewhere in a general area and it just come from there. See what I'm saying? Your whole shopping experience is going to be different. You're not going to go to a Walmart and buy your groceries anymore. You're going to go to the local farmer's market to get your fruits and your vegetables. You may go to the local person that's got raising chickens. You may be buying your chickens there. You may be having to slaughter your chickens. I don't know. But it's not going to be the same. You're not just going to walk into big grocery stores. Those things are going to eventually kind of fizzle out. They're just going to go away. But I do believe Walmart should be the first big box place that closes, and McDonald's should be the first fast food that just completely disappears. I did see an article about Burger King. Franchises now are filing bankruptcy, and they're getting ready to close a whole bunch of Burger King. So fast food's going to be gone. Those days of people being lazy and not wanting to cook or not knowing how to cook, those excuses are gone. There will be people to help others learn how to make homemade food. Right now, there's lots of videos. I say if you don't know how to cook, watch some of these videos and start learning. Quit saying you can't do something. Quit saying you don't have time. You need to start slowly getting yourself ready for this whole life change that's about to happen. And then when you finally get your money, you've changed as a person. And just because you have $1 million, you're not going to go out and buy $1 million worth of stuff. You're going to have a whole different aspect. And this $1 million, and I'm just using $1 million just to give a figure, to have something to go along with what I'm saying. But you'll have this $1 million and you're like, well, I don't need anything. So you're just going to save it for your children, for your grandchildren, for your great-grandchildren. And then if you've got money coming in every month, you're just going to be putting it back, because you're not going to need to really buy anything. After you get your forever home, the place you really want to be, after you get, whatever it is you need, that's it. That's it. Now you can travel and do all these other things with that money. You're not going to be just buying stupid shit anymore. You're not going to have all these commercials anymore telling you need to buy this and then tricking you into thinking this is the latest thing. You got to get this now. This is the latest thing. All that's going to go away. It's all going to go away. You're not going to be buying fast food. And so many people are going to be so much healthier without even having to go to a med bed after they quit eating fast food. I mean, there's a lot of people that's all they ever eat. It was never meant to be that is the way that you live your life. And some people just use that because they don't know how to cook, or they're not sure how to cook or what to cook, or they're just lazy. I don't know. So, like I said, your personality and everything's going to change, and then it's going to happen, I think, pretty fast for everybody. I think everybody's going to kind of get the shock, and you're not going to have a choice to want to stay like you are now. And then by that time, you should start noticing the money. But like I said, don't expect on day 11 to have the money sitting in your account. Really don't. If that's what you're waiting for, you're probably not going to make it through the 10 days. And there's no reason to be like that. There's just no reason. Nobody's going to be open to buy anything anyway. It's not like you're going to drive down to the local McDonald's and go get that quarter pounder with cheese on the 11th day, because guess what? Nobody's going to be there. Nobody's going to show up for work. Nobody. Nobody's going to show up at the gas station. Nobody. Nobody's going to call you, hey, where are you at? Why aren't you at work? Nobody's going to call you wanting to know where you are. All right? So there's no reason to just sit there and say, well, on the 11th day, man, we're going to be ready to roll. Stop thinking that. You need to think of months down the road. Months down the road before anybody really snaps into their new routine. Because some businesses are not going to open back up. And This all falls with nesara because people need to understand this. You need to understand this. The 11th day is not going to be a normal day. It might be 3 more days before you even open your front door and walk outside to want to talk to anybody, because you're going to wonder if they're a clone, if they're an alien. You're not going to know anything. You're going to be scared. You're going to be tripping out. You're going to just be mind blown. And there may be some people that, are in the street dancing and yelling because they already knew everything. But a majority of people think they know everything, but they really don't. And that's where I get the levels of awakeness. Some people are here, some people are here, some people are here, some people are higher. Just depends on what level you are. But don't sit there and think you know everything. And I've come across those people as well. Well, I already been down the rabbit hole, Jackie. I know everything. I said, really? You do? And then I mentioned something, well, no, I didn't see that. Or no, I didn't know about that. Or no, I don't believe in that, or whatever. So don't think you know everything, because I don't know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So hopefully this helps a little bit. Like I said, if you need to reach out, want a card reading, kind of see where you possibly could be in this, I can probably help you with that. I only charge $50 for card readings, so if you really want one, just reach out to me. I can do Cash App. I can do my Square app. If you have a credit card and you trust me to give me the credit card number, I can do it that, and then it just sends you a receipt really quick. Or we can use the Vimo for your payments. I don't charge $250 like some of these channels on here that I see. There's like thousands and thousands of followers just waiting for these people to give them a card reading. And then when they get one scheduled, it's like $250. That is stupid, and shame on you for charging $250 for card readings. I get up every day and I go to work Monday through Friday. I have a job. I am not charging $250 for card readings. It's wrong. Now, if somebody wants to give me $250, then that's on them. But I will not charge you $250 because that's wrong. It's wrong to do that. It's wrong to say this is going to be my life. Yes, I sell crystals, but I don't overcharge for crystals. Yes, I've been making magnets, and I just $5 for my magnets. Come on. And it's designs that I've done or something that I've seen a picture of, and I kind of blow it up or see something in the picture that I like, and I use that. But if it's just something that I saw, then I tell people, no, this is not my design at all, but I thought it was really cool and I thought it would be great as a magnet. But more or less, it's my designs that are out there. I charge $5. I can make them into posters. I'm going to start doing t-shirts, but I'm not overcharging anybody because it's wrong. It is so wrong to do that. So anything you ever get from me, it's not going to be overcharged, because I do get up every day and I go to work. I may not like it, but I do it. So hopefully, like I said, this has helped everybody. I know I'm all over the place. I keep listening, then I hear those kids screaming. It kind of distracts me. And then that lizard climbing over that looked like a mouse at first. But hopefully this helps. And if there's something that you need me to discuss or make a video on, or if you just want to privately talk to me on something, reach out to me. Just hang in there, guys. Don't give up at all. You've gone this far. Don't give up. It gets stupid. It questions you. It makes you question yourself. It makes you wonder, are you on the right side? And all I can say is listen to your instincts. Listen to your instincts. Don't give up. Don't give up. Live your life. Don't live in fear. Try to cut yourself out of the matrix as much as you can and live your life. When it happens, it happens. We just don't know when, and there's no reason to sit in your home on the computer 24/7 waiting for it to happen, because it's just going to seem like it takes longer. So go outside. Go outside. Sit in the woods. Enjoy life. It's going to happen. I just don't know when. I wish I did, but I don't. I have feelings about when it could possibly happen, but that's it. And like I said, just because they keep changing their mind. So I've decided to quit trying to tune into that, because they keep changing their minds. And they do it on purpose. And it's aggravating. And I don't think that they should keep leading us on. I believe that's wrong. So I've just decided that I'm going to quit trying to tap into it and just live my life. So live your life. It'll happen. And when it does, and you're in the right frame of mind and you're vibrating at the right frequency, it's going to be beautiful. And this will be worth it. All of it. And then you can sit down and write your own book. Tell your children, maybe we'll all get together and have a barbecue. I don't know. But don't just keep waiting for it. Don't keep hoping for the med beds, and don't keep, waiting for that money that's going to come in, because if that's all you're waiting for, then you're not at the right vibration. You're not at the right frequency. You're just not. And you're going to make it harder on yourself. So just push that aside. Know that it's coming. Know that this is how it possibly could play out. This may be possibly how much you could get or something like that. And then just push it off to the side. Don't focus on it. Don't wait on it. Don't expect it. The only reason why I made the video is because I wanted to give an update on it. But I don't want people to sit around just waiting for it. Because if you're doing that, you're just vibrating at the wrong frequency. And it's just going to take so much longer for it to happen. Or it's going to feel like it's forever for you. And I don't want anybody else to do that. Don't. As you can see, I keep moving on. I do my research. I listen to my downloads. I do the best I can, but I keep moving. I just keep moving right along with it. Because I know God's going to take care of me. He has. You saw He got me out of that apartment. I'm out, guys. I'm out because God allowed it to happen, because I kept my hopes up. I kept saying, it's in your hand, God. And you took care of me. And look how pretty. Look how pretty. Can you see it? Look how pretty. It's beautiful. This is where I am now. And this is where I'm going to be until it's time to move to another place. So don't give up. Okay? Please don't give up. And don't wait on the money, and don't wait on the med beds. Focus on you. Focus on what's best for you. Work on your frequency, and everything will fall in place when it's supposed to. All right. Reach out to me with any questions. Like I said, you can find me on Jackie's Crystals and More on Facebook and in Telegram. Or you can find a like-minded people on Telegram. Or you can just email me. Now that was a weird noise. I don't know if that was an owl or not, or a person. I'm going to say that was an owl because it was coming out in that direction. So if there's a person out there, then we have problems. So yeah, definitely just reach out, and I will put my email on here. You can email me if you like. And if you're interested to see any of the magnets or designs that I'm doing, you can find them on the Facebook, the Telegram, or reach out to me and I'll show you everything I have. All right, guys, take care of yourself. Please, you're important. If God didn't believe in you, He wouldn't have woke you up when He did. And if no one told you today how beautiful and wonderful you are, I just did. And stay that way. You're a good person. You deserve what's about to happen. And you will be so proud of yourself. Everything wonderful that you've ever deserved, you're going to get because you deserve it. You're a good person. Never forget that. All right. Bye, guys.